Hey friends, your favorite besties are back for another episode of No Ma'am. I'm Will, and I'm joined by my podcast co-host in chaos,
Joanny. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of No Ma'am.
Friends, we are back recapping RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 7, the finale. I don't know why I thought it was going to be something else. I was like, wait, RuPaul's Drag Race UK? I thought it was called something different, so I had to stop myself. That's why you see a pause with I was really thinking, is it not RuPaul's Drag Race UK? But it is. And the finale has happened.
We're also doing like 3 seasons at once, so like, listen, girl, we're gonna get confused at moments.
This is true. I mean, we are booked and busy, and obviously, just sidebar. So we have a winner of UK. So the UK season has officially finished. I think this season went by really quick. I feel like they just was zipping through the episodes, and we got our winner. We should have a winner of España season 5. So that recap will be coming out soon. And then we should have a winner of Dragula Titan season 2. I think this season, to me, honestly, as a whole, it has nothing to do with the queens. I think we had some really great queens on this season. But the season as a whole did not live up to seasons in the past. And so this one didn't receive as much of attention, as much love as the previous seasons did.
No, yeah, I completely agree. I think it really came down to some editing choices, honestly. Prime example, I think of Vosk. You know, she was the most consistent queen and well-rounded throughout the competition. But I don't think the edit they gave her let people really fall in love with her. I feel like they kind of left her dry. There's some queens who I felt like were eliminated too early and we didn't get to see enough of them. Not saying that, they should not have gone home, but I think we could have been shown more of their personality and whatever they did before they were eliminated.
I agree. I think to your point with Elvos, I think in the beginning it was like, oh well, she's this baby queen and she's being underestimated, and then she was the most consistent, has the best track record. If you follow one of those Instagram pages that tell you about the track record, they're really good because they keep us on track with. Like they spend all this time and energy on making sure like highs, lows, bottoms, and they make the track record that, us Drag Race aficionados, we love to see and we love to critique. So they do a lot of the work. We love you for that.
Yes.
But she was most consistent versus someone like Bones, who had kind of like an underdog story that didn't need an underdog story, because Bones to me was never an underdog.
No. Bones, I think to anyone from the day of the council announcement was like, oh, she's going to be a finalist. And it's because, she has a great reputation back in London, very deservedly so. So giving her this edit felt kind of weird, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm used to winners edits. Right, I'm used to building up, especially if I don't know a queen and then they happen to win. I love to see that progression throughout the season. But if it's a queen, say for instance, if Page 3 would have won and they would have gotten and they would have given Page 3 like the underdog edit, we would all been looking at the screen like, why is Page 3 is never nobody's underdog? Like Page 3 is amazing. Like what is she doing? She can't be an underdog. I don't care if she faltered in the competition. To me, she's never going to be an underdog. No. And I think the same thing happened to Bones. Yeah, Bones might have done like horrible in the snatch game, but she was never an underdog.
No, I think it was just one of her weaknesses. Every performer, even the best ones, have a weakness and they falter at moments. But I don't think that necessarily makes them an underdog.
Right.
It just kind of shows the human side of performance.
Yeah. And I think with the other two finalists, Select's Addiction and Catchin' Feelings, I was not expecting those two to be in the finale. Maybe Select's Addiction, not so much Catchin' Feelings. I might have put maybe like Bonnie and Clyde, right? Someone who might have had a win or two in the top 4. Not to discredit Catchin', I think Catchin' did great, but I didn't really see Catchin' shine for me to be, oh yeah, she's going to be in the top 4.
Yeah, and I think that's another reason why the season was underwhelming. Like the top 4 never felt like that great, honestly. Like it didn't feel like they were on the same level, and I don't mean that to be shady because I hate saying that, but like based on what we saw in the season, two of those queens didn't quite live up to the other two. So it felt kind of weird having Catchin' up there, especially since she had no wins at all.
Correct. So here we are with the finale, and obviously every finale, they always bring the eliminated queens back to show off, the evolution, their growth, and their finale eleganza. So we won't go through all of these, but let's do this. Which queen got your Ova? Which queen got your yes ma'am? And which queen got your no ma'am?
Okay. Starting off with no ma'am. For me was Patsy.
Pasty.
Pasty.
Yeah.
Pasty. Ooh, bad. Pasty. Um, I don't know. I don't think it's a bad look, but I think just compared to all the other queens, it was just kind of more on the boring side. My yes, ma'am, would go to Nine Bella. I think she looks beautiful. I love the silhouette. The hair in this is amazing. I really wish we had gotten to see more of her. And then my Ova would be Bonnie and Clyde. I think she looks beautiful. I don't think she ever looked better. The way this hugs her body is amazing. Everything about it is just perfect.
Awesome. My no ma'am, Viola. I did not like this. I didn't think that this was like finale enough for me. For
Hmm.
my yes ma'am, I had a tie, and my tie was Nia Bella and Page 3. I think both of
Hmm.
those looks are really great. I love the newspaper reference to Paige's look. I think branding is so important. So anytime you can bring elements of why your name is your name into your drag, I think you're brilliant. And then like Nia Bella, like she looks great. She's amazing, and
Yeah.
I live for a slick back, long ass ponytail. So her ponytail was to the floor. I love it. Sit on it, and just like you, my over has to go to Bonnie and Clyde. I think that body, that silhouette, that dress, everything, she ate that. And
Hmm.
from the promo, honestly, I did not expect Acacia Forgot to be so
I
great.
know. Honestly, like now that the season has ended, I think she was my favorite out of all of them. And that was completely unexpected. She was really funny. That snatch game was amazing. Like she did really well throughout the competition.
She did. She really did. She surprised.
Mhm.
I think Snatch Game is where, like, it's one of those moments where I was like, this is amazing. Like, she
Yeah.
is brilliant.
Yeah. Like that share, as share. I don't even know if I'm even pronouncing them right anymore, honestly. But that was like a masterclass of snatch game.
Yes. And then Thursday,
Oh
Thursday,
yes. Oh my
that
god.
was brilliant. Like, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Thursday. So, shout out to Bonnie and Clyde because she had an amazing season, even though she did not make it to the finale.
Hmm.
So that brings us to the top four. So up first, we have Catch and Feelings. What did you think?
I think this is a soft yes, ma'am. I think it is very glamorous. I just think it's not the most exciting dress. It's cute. She looks great. It looks good on her. I just don't know if. I guess it screams finale eleganza for Katrin, but I just wanted something a little more extra. I love jewels. I love accessories. This was just a little plain for me.
Okay, I agree. I think it was a soft ma'am. I think for Katrin, this is probably finale eleganza, and there's nothing
Hmm.
wrong with that. I also just think that it's very safe. It's a very safe finale gown,
Hmm.
but for some reason I always think it's like the Marilyn Monroe dress.
Hmm.
Obviously, with the bow should be in the
Yeah.
back, but the bow's in the front. Do looks good. It's very like polished and clean. I think she looks fine. It's just nothing to scream home about.
Exactly.
Then we have Bones. So obviously I'll go first because I said Bones is my
Hmm.
over. And the reason why, just to touch back onto what I was saying in the beginning, I like the dark look. I
Hmm.
think when Bones leans into this dark and mysterious and edginess of it all, I think that's when she really shines, in my opinion,
Hmm.
because that's who I think she is. With a name like Bones, I think you need to be really dark and edgy, especially with those tribal tattoos or those like Wiccan tattoos that she has on her face. I just think that's what she does really well. Where I think she may struggle a little bit is when she tries to be overly glamorous. The first look that we got from Bones was when she was the high priest condom
Hmm.
with the white
Not the high
eyes, right?
priest
Like
condom.
the high priest condom. I don't know what else it was, but you know what I mean. Like if
The Pope's
she looked
condom.
like a frick the court like the Pope's condom. But that's when we got to see like a glimpse into the edginess that is Bones, and then we kind of strayed away from that for the rest of the looks.
Okay, I will agree with you with the whole her being kind of uncomfortable in glam, or like traditional glam. And actually, wanted to talk about. I know we're supposed to be talking about the look, but during her performance, that didn't feel like Bones to me. I don't know, like if like seeing her in that outfit with that hair and all that color, I was like, this doesn't feel like Bones. Honestly, like it didn't feel like she was the one that was competing. It felt like she was just trying to put on something that the judges wanted to see, and she kind of lost
Hmm.
me in there. But with
Hmm.
this outfit, I think it is a great outfit. I think she looks amazing. But I expected something a lot more grand, and jaw dropping and avant garde from Bones for the finale. I
Hmm.
think it's a great look. She looks beautiful. It's very well made. It's just a little bit underwhelming for me for Bones. So it's still a yes,
Okay.
ma'am, but I just wanted more.
Nice. Okay. Then we have Select's Addiction. And what do you think?
Yeah, that was an over for me. Like I said, like the structure of this, the color palette. I think she looked great. I think she served the best runway package this season. Um, and I think this was a great way to end it.
I give it a yes, ma'am. The only reason why I did not get an over is because of the juxtaposition between the bottom of the dress and where it cuts off at that kind of like that knee
Mhm.
area and the other piece of the dress. I feel like if it was maybe the same pattern, I think probably would have enjoyed it more. But I
I
feel
could
like it
say that.
just cut really harsh. It was like, okay, here you go, and then dress stops at the knee, and then it's like, oh, okay, I'm like tool. And I think that's where the eyes was pulling me in total like different directions. But do I think she looks really sexy? Yes. I mean, Select's Addiction sells sex. But I just wish that the fabric of the dress was the whole entire thing, all the way maybe to the bottom.
Okay.
I just wasn't feeling the harshness where the dress stopped. I feel like it was really abrupt.
Okay, I think that's a fair point.
Then we have Elvas. What do you think?
I think I was disappointed and underwhelmed by her the most because I love this dress from like the waist up, like the whole look from the waist up. I love it. I love the way the fabric sits, all the jewels on it, the stones, the makeup, the hair. But the bottom just felt flat. Like it felt like it needed a lot more fabric, maybe an inch longer. I don't know. The bottom just needed more. It felt kind of boring, honestly.
I gave Elle a soft ma'am, and it's the same critique that I would give Katrin. It's the same critique that I'm going to give Elle. This is just a
Mhm.
very safe finale dress. Now, the dress that she wore to the actual finale, where they record their
Mhm.
reaction.
Mhm.
Now that dress was nice. That pink
Yes.
dress that she had, like that was a different silhouette for Elle. Like she looked amazing, and you can tell, but between the elevation between obviously the season and going back to film the
Mhm.
reactions makes sense. So growth was there, and I think that that's great. This one is just a little. It's nothing wrong with the dress. I think she looks gorgeous. I think she looks pretty. She looks really polished, and she always does. It's just very safe. It's a very safe finale dress. Okay, so we see that based on this, we have the top two was Bones versus Elvas. And we said that this was going to be the top two. Like we
Yeah.
said that, like how the season was progressing. We was like, it's gonna be Bones and Elvas. And we was like, hopefully Elle doesn't get elevated, and she got elevated.
She got it over there. No, but I mean, like we caught it from the edit, like the based on like the specific edit that like Bones was getting and Elle was getting, despite being like again the most consistent. Like it really storyline, it made sense for them to crown Bones. It was just predictable, honestly, and that sounded really shady, and I didn't mean it to, but like you know, eh, that's all I'm gonna say.
Well,
Honestly, the lip sync, I was so excited when he said "You Make Me Feel," Mighty Rio, and then they said by what Jimmy, whatever his name is, and I was like, why? Why would they not use Sylvester's version? Like that's the best one. Like I get it, you're in the UK, so you're going to use a UK artist, but like using a white person's version of a black song felt right for to end the season. Honestly,
I have thoughts on that. But I mean, besides the black fiction of the Sylvester song, I I and it was a little underwhelmed with the lip sync. I'm not gonna lie. For like a finale lip sync, no shade. I would have preferred maybe like a RuPaul song, something just to be lively, upbeat. Maybe one of those. Maybe like "Release Me" by Agnes that we saw in UK versus the World 2, or something fun. I think for a finale song, just to make it lively. And then if you are gonna do "You Make Me Feel," then at least do the Sylvester version.
yeah. No, I think it's a great song to do, and I think it was a great finale song. I just don't think either girl really did the song justice, especially Bones. She was just kind of strutting around the stage, and the song calls for more than that, not just walking around.
True. True, true. So, congratulations. I
Even
think
yeah.
you're really talented. I think you did really well. I just don't think the editing helped you. So they really resonated with some people. I just hate when the editors do that. Like, I want to watch a
Mhm.
season where I have no idea who's going to win.
I know. Like I really want a season where like going into the finale, there's like 4 or 5 of them. You like they each have like two or one win or whatever. They've all been consistent. Like I want one of those seasons where like you could like flip a coin and that's gonna be the winner.
Yeah, I think all the queens did
Oh
amazing
yes,
in season
absolutely.
7. I think it was a fun group of girls to get together in a season. I think it was like, this is very diverse, I have to say. But there's a couple of things that I would say going forward for the UK season to get better is diversity. I
Mm-hmm.
think there is a time where we're 7 seasons in, we have not had a person of color win yet. And I think that's a problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of whatever, I just think that it is 7 seasons into the UK and we have not had a person of color win.
And
And
we've only had
the
like 3 finalists of color, I think.
correct. And they've
And
been lip syncs and they've been lip
that
sync assassins. And
that's
it's
what I
a
was about to say.
problem, right? And I just think they just need going forward, we just need to think about that a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is not coming across the way it needs to come across.
And we're not saying like you need to like force someone there or whatever, or that like, you know, we need to push someone to be that. But like there's definitely like, you know, talented queens out there who can definitely win the crown and perform really well. You need to find them and then, you know, kind of give them the proper edit and support for them to achieve that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a firm believer if you can't be what you can't see. And so I'm sure there is a lot of queens who are out there who are saying, hey, listen, I would love to compete, but I know I'm not going to win.
Yeah.
Because no other person who looked like me has come close. But friends, there you have it. That was our recap of RuPaul's Drag Race UK season 7. That was the finale. All right, on to season 8 of UK's Drag Race. Let's see. Hopefully the girls bring it on season 8.
And hopefully the editors bring it too.
Well, if you like this episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a single episode of No Ma'am. And until next time, friends.